In the heart of Colombia, a legend was born. Pablo Escobar, a man who turned the simple coca leaf into a multi-billion-dollar empire. I prefer to be in the grave than in a prison. With these words, he set the stage for a life defined by power and chaos. But how did he rise to become the kingpin of the Medellin cartel? The Medellin cartel was not just a drug operation. It was a well-oiled machine. At its peak, it controlled 80% of the world's cocaine supply. With a fleet of planes and an army of loyal men, they transported their product across borders. But this empire came at a cost. Sometimes I feel like a king, but I know I am a prisoner of my own making. Escobar's empire reshaped Colombia, leaving a trail of violence and corruption. Over 300,000 lives were lost due to the drug trade. Plata o plomo, silver or lead. This phrase encapsulated his ruthless approach to maintaining power. How did this legacy affect the communities caught in the crossfire? Key turning points defined Escobar's life. The assassination of his enemies and the infamous bombing of Avianca Flight 203 were pivotal moments. I have to be careful, but I also have to be brave. Yet, how long could he evade the law before the walls began to close in? Escobar employed tactics that were as cunning as they were brutal. He built schools and hospitals to buy the loyalty of the people, creating a facade of a benefactor. But beneath this philanthropy lay a web of manipulation. I want to be remembered as a man who did good for the poor. But was it all just a ploy? Eventually, his empire crumbled. The relentless pursuit by law enforcement led to his downfall. I never felt fear, but now I feel it creeping in. As Escobar faced the consequences, the world watched in anticipation. What would be the final chapter of the underworld king? In the end, Pablo Escobar left behind a complex legacy. A symbol of both power and destruction, he transformed the drug trade forever. I am a criminal, but I also made a difference. How do we remember a king whose empire was built on chaos?